Il est bien frappé au premier poteau. But de Zidane.
One of the greats.
Oh, it drops for Fabregas, who looks for Iniesta, who's onside.
Slam
Gol de zurdo de Lionel dio.
Cobro va arriba, vino, taque.
The biggest football festival begins within a fortnight in Qatar. From about 200 teams in qualifying from 6 confederations, we are down to our last 32. Let me know who you are rooting for and which team do you think will take all the glory come December 18, 2022. Group 1 like always sees the host taking the first spot, and this year it is Qatar. This tiny Arab nation with a population of just 2.9 million defeated the likes of USA, South Korea, Japan, Australia in 4 rounds of voting. When looking at size, Qatar is smaller than the Indian state of Mizoram. Ranked 50, Qatar will make its debut in this mega tournament, and if not for being the host, maybe wouldn't have qualified for the World Cup itself, considering only 2 teams are ranked lower than Qatar and have qualified for this edition. The favourites in Group A are definitely the Oranje or the Orange. The Dutch, inventors of total football, are said to be the best team never to win a World Cup, as they have faltered on the last hurdle not once, twice but thrice, 74, 78 and as recent as 2010. The side led by Van Dijk should easily take top spot and sail into the knockouts. Third team over here is Senegal, the boys who caused a major roar in 2002 by beating the defending champs France on day 1 and dumping them out of the World Cup. They reached the quarters that year, which is the best ever finish. Senegal showed the world what dreams are made of when a team ranked 42 beat team ranked 1, who were not only defending champions but also Euro champions. Moving on to Ecuador, the 4th team. Ecuador will certainly try to take advantage of this relatively easy group to get into the round of 32. Although they don't rank much higher than Qatar, but sense an opportunity to create some headlines day 2 onwards. The English-speaking group, or most of it. Also, this is the only group where all the teams are ranked within the top 20, so it surely is one hell of a group. We start with the first English speakers, England. The highest ranked team, a World Cup winner and a finalist of Euro 2020 are definitely the favourites over here. With a very fresh setup, especially since the last edition, where they finished 4th, the English are finally playing to their potential and will try not to complicate things in this tricky group. Leading from the front, the shooting star, Captain Kane, will want to turn around England's luck at the major competitions and avoid the dreaded penalty shootouts. Then comes the US of I. Although they were part of the first ever edition of the World Cup, they never taken to the game like they did for a baseball or basketball, and always remained as one of the teams that qualify easily for the World Cup because of their confederation but never left a mark. They have not made it to the quarters since 1930, and now that's a long time ago, and in 2018 couldn't even qualify. Though fans are happy for they can cheer the soccer team, they will hope for a better showing in the Gulf Desert and with at least 2 games from its initial schedule. Going back to the British Isle, we have the Welshmen. Wales will find themselves unlucky to be in such a tight spot, but will also enjoy the bright prospect of meeting and biting the much fancied border fellows England. Wales will rely heavily on Gareth Bale, one of the superstars responsible for getting them to this stage, and will hope to take them further. Last and certainly not English speaking, Iran, the country the whole world wants to hate. There are multiple campaigns being run by different people worldwide to suspend this team from the World Cup, including some of their own people, and there are voices for them to be replaced with the guys under hammer Ukraine. But if Iran still plays in Qatar, which is most likely to happen, then Iran vs USA will not just be a football game. Mind you, the international media will certainly be interested. Iran is one of the 2 teams in this World Cup who have been part of 5 editions but never managed to come out of the groups. Messi, nothing more to say. The group, which has a clear-cut favourite team and player. 2-time winners La Albiceleste will want to go one better than the 2014 experience. Messi wants or rather needs the World Cup crown on his head in his last hurrah. Winning the 2021 Copa after 2 decades will ensure some confidence in his team, who had failed to win a major title till then in Messi's presence. Moving north of Argentina, we reach Mexico. Although they are never considered 2 title challengers, an astonishing fact is that the La Tri will be participating in the 17th World Cup in Qatar more than some of the European heavyweights such as England, France and Spain have managed till date, and much more than the border rivals USA, who are at 11. Looking at this group, Mexico will be looking for an easy passage into the knockouts. talking about the third team, it is not usual that a European team in any group is not considered a favourite or even a sure shot to qualify for round of 32. With Poland, the lowest ranked European team in Qatar, expectations are not very high, but with Lewandowski in the ranks, they will hope to cause an upset or two and move ahead in the event. At rank 51, Saudi Arabia takes the 4th place, and it could possibly be their position in the group after all the matches. Their last 7 matches, all friendlies, have seen them win only one game, that too against North Macedonia, and they managed to score only 2 goals in those 7 fixtures. It will be very much against odds if they manage even one win in Group C. Group D has 2 European teams that are ranked in the top 10, and hence it is highly likely that both of them will be the ones to play the round of 32. First, we look at La France. Coming to Qatar as defending champions as well as 2-time winners, even with all the firepower they have, they will be very much aware of the ghost of 2002, where they came as defending champions but couldn't manage to score a single goal and finish bottom of the group. With Griezmann, Giroud and Mbappe up front, they will want to go all gun blazing and leave nothing for chance. Denmark ranked 10 come red hot in this tournament as they beat France 2-0 in the last competitive match before the World Cup in September in the Nation League's encounter. Reaching the semis of last year's Euro will give the Danes an impetus to do better in a mega tournament, and starting off against lowly Tunisia will hope to make a statement. Tunisia are not exactly minnows at rank 30, but the Eagles of Qatar have played 5 World Cups before Qatar 2022 and have never managed to come out of the groups. If they do so, it will be a historic moment for them and also eliminate one of the top teams early in the tournament. At number 4, we have a Mites, Socceroos, who are always a fancy team, but they don't leave an impact on the tournament, and strangely, being the lowest ranked in this group, Australia are mostly going to fight for 3rd place with Tunisia. Now moving to the second half of the draw, which is slightly tougher. So who are the top teams? It is a direct clash between La Roja and the Mannschaft. Espanyol head into the World Cup with a good track record. In the last 10 games, they lost only once while winning 7. Looking at the Germans, they are a little bit unsettled with just a solitary win in the last 7 games, including 5 draws, 4 of which were 1-all. Both the teams are relatively younger than the previous editions, with both the teams captained by one of the oldest and most capped member from the squad. This group will be a battle for the top spot, as winners will play the runners-up from Group F, mostly not Belgium, which will be a favourable draw. The odds although favour Spain to top the group, but after a disgraceful loss to North Macedonia at home in qualifying, Germany outed the campaign and became the first team to qualify for Qatar 2022 on 11th October 2021. So can't bet against Germany. From the land of the rising sun, the Samurais are playing the 7th consecutive World Cup, but they have managed to cross the group hurdle in every alternate editions, and this edition, based on historic trend and also presence of Spain and Germany, it looks like an early exit. On 14 June 2022, last team to qualify for the World Cup, Costa Rica, come into the tournament with no expectation at all. With the second lowest population after Qatar to qualify for the World Cup, Los Ticos will want to enjoy the event and try for a win against the Japanese or maybe upset a struggling Germany. But if it happens, it will be kind of a fairy tale for them. A very straightforward group, or it seems like. The Red Devils, who will not only want to top the group but win the FIFA World Cup for the very first time with the golden generation on its last leg. They will hope that they do not make the mistake of the 2018 campaign. Every player who has over 100 caps for Belgium is in this squad, so that's a whole lot of experience but also a lot of age. The main hurdle they will have will be the Croatians. Kokasti or the checkered ones will rue the fact that they will run over the French in the 2018 finals and will want the 2018 player of the tournament and skipper Luka Modric to produce brilliance once again. The only issue in this group is whether you finish first or second, your most likely opponent in round of 32 will be anyone from Spain or Germany. The third team is another one from North Africa, Morocco. The Atlas Lions were the first African team to be ranked inside the top 10 of world rankings in 1998. However, they haven't done much at the world stage. Currently sitting at the 22nd spot, which isn't a bad place, but with not much big match exposure even in the last few friendlies, means Morocco will have to up their game considerably if they want to have any chance in upsetting Belgium or Croatia. The group is completed with the guys with maple leaf. Yes, Canada. This is Canada's second World Cup, and the last time they qualified in 1986, they played 3 and lost 3 without scoring in any. So even if the Canadians score a goal, it will be a great achievement. And what if they do it in their first match against Belgium? Imagine the scenes back there. Any group with Brazil in it will surely be one of the most talked about, and why not? Brazil is the only team to have played in all the previous 21 editions of the FIFA World Cup. However, since winning the World Cup in 2002 for the 5th time, the most in history, they haven't finished in the top 3. Also with Switzerland in their group, whom they have managed to beat only thrice in 9 attempts, the fixtures don't look very easy. If they play as per their potential, the number 1 ranked team in the world can just sail through the competition. Like the Brazilians say, a fome e o melhor tempero. Moving to the snow-covered Alps, the Croatia team also looks like a formidable side, but never threatened the normal order. With a midfield duo of Xhaka Shaqiri, they will want to make it to the semis of this mega event for the first time and hope they top the group to make the process easier. Did you know that Serbia finished in the 4th place twice, although one was way back in 1930 and other also not so recent in 1962? The team full of itches and wedges will rely on fellow wedge Alexander Mitrovic to do the bulk of scoring and add to a tally of 50 international goals and help the team to move ahead in Qatar. Cameroon, the indomitable Lions, will have to show their indomitable spirit if they want to equal the best showing from the 1990 edition of making the quarters. But without any inspirational names like an Eto'o or Roger Milla in the lineup, it will be a tough ask for this team, who have made out of the groups only once in last 8 attempts. Finally closing the list is a Group H, the group which will no doubt make the most noise among fans and certain international media. First and foremost, we have CR7 from the land of the chorizo and Porvinho. Cristiano has won the Euro and the Nations League in the last 6 years, and now with the team so complete, he and others will dream of winning the big prize on December 18. If all goes to plan according to fans, then we could even have a Messi-Ronaldo final, which will send the football world into frenzy. But first things first, the group hurdle. The next team over here are the Koreans. Not that one, but the one that have given rise to K-pop. The Koreans are the most consistent teams on the Asian continent. But apart from the unexpected 4th place in the home World Cup of 2002, they have not done anything great and may want to improvise the stats of the World Cup. The last 2 teams of this group and the World Cup will present one of the most tasty matches, a revenge clash on 2nd December 2022. Uruguay and Ghana. Who can forget the Suarez version of Hand of God? The stupid yet selfless act was very much responsible for La Celeste to progress to the semis. Although 2-time world champions and 15-time Copa winners Uruguay will be focusing on topping the group with the likes of Cavani and Suarez up front, Ghanaians will be more interested in knocking them out of the group stages. The only problem here is Ghana, the Black Stars, are the lowest ranked team in the competition at 61, and putting up a challenge to the big guys will itself be a lot to ask for.